Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? What is good, everybody? Welcome. Whew. Welcome in, welcome in. What trying to go live on all platforms tonight. So stick with us. Wi-Fi might go through it again, but welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. So, so Jalen coming off 43, 11, and 9. All right, well, we try to go live on TikTok. For some reason, it's not happening, but oh well. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. So Atlanta takes on the San Antonio Spurs. No Trey, no Porzingis for Atlanta. So we'll see. We'll see what we got here for the Hawks. As Hawks come in here looking to get a dub off the second back to back. So the starters for Atlanta, typical starters: Nikhil, Dyson, Zach, Jalen, and Onyeka. Like I said, no Trey. So he is out on the second night of a back to back. So kind of typical. Wasn't really expecting Trey to play too much. Coming back off the injury, but here we are. Hopefully that brought us back to TikTok. Hopefully TikTok is back live. I guess not. So like I said, Atlanta is coming in off that loss to Charlotte. Charlotte was just shooting lights out, man. It wasn't really too much of a big deal, to be honest. Um, so how's everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing? So welcome in everybody. Like I said, we are trying to go live on all platforms: Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Trying to do this Atlanta Hawks watch along. So what's happening, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's happening? Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're waiting for this Hawks versus Spurs to tip off. We got Atlanta coming in, like I said, off the back to back against Charlotte. And took an unfortunate L. Unfortunate L. But that's just how the NBA goes. That's just how it goes. So Jalen coming off his career night, 43 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. So almost had his fifth consecutive triple double for the Hawks. He is the franchise leader now this season. In triple doubles, he took the title from Mookie Blaylock. So Jalen Johnson now holds the most triple doubles for the Atlanta Hawks. It's good to see Jalen get the recognition he deserves. He's put in a lot of work, and the numbers show for it. So still pregame here. You know how the NBA goes. They a little late. So RIP playback. I gotta say that every stream now. RIP playback, as playback has shut down now. It was the number one platform to watch the game, and along with the community. But hey, hopefully they get bought out here shortly in the near future, not sooner rather than later. But waiting for this game to start. And hopefully it's a good result for Atlanta. So Spurs are coming in pretty healthy. Wimby's playing. Steph Castle's playing. Harper's playing. D Fox. So everybody's healthy for the Spurs. Everybody's gonna be playing. What as much as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure the Spurs are majority. They got a majority of their guys. So hopefully the Hawks can hold it down without two of their main guys. No Porzingis either. He's dealing with, I believe it's Potts still. He's dealing with Potts, Pots. Um, so he's had a couple of flare ups recently. So the Hawks decided to just give him 2 weeks off. So no Porzingis for the next couple games, and then Trey probably will be back to normal playing time, probably in about I'd say 2.5 weeks. So expect Trey to get normal PT here soon, but not right off the bat. You can't expect that right off the bat. He just was out for about 5.5 weeks. He missed about 22 games. So Trey missed 20 games. So don't expect him to be right back to playing condition, even though he's been practicing the past couple of days with the G League team and the big league team. But his first game back obviously wasn't the most ideal result. Atlanta got thrashed by Charlotte. Um, Charlotte just had a good night. I think that's gonna happen in the NBA. A team that's not that great is going to um, have a good night in the NBA. So, like I said, it happens. So, just got to shake it off, and you right back to the next one as the Hawks are taking on the San Antonio Spurs here. So, we got two number one overall picks from France in Zach Richichet versus Victor Wimbenyama. So, obviously, comparative. You compared it to a two different caliber player, but if you were to ask me, my bias would get in the way. I definitely I still choose. Nah, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm not choosing Richie over Wimby, bro. I'm not getting my first clip off. So game started finally. So Spurs win the tip, obviously, and the action is underway. Spurs have gotten the last couple games against Atlanta. Haven't been quite blowouts, but definitely have come down to the last possession. But so just a warning, my stream might be a little bit behind the game cast. That's displaying on the stream, so my apologies if the score changes. I'm a little bit behind, but hey, stick with me, man. Stick with me. So Jalen finds Ricochet on the wing, and of course, the time he drills a shot, it's no good. It's a shot clock violation. So turnover Atlanta, first turnover on the first possession. So the keys to stopping the Spurs, according to the broadcast, is team defense and late game execution, which I understand. So Ricochet, there we go, causing a disruption there, poking the ball free from Steph Castle. Dyson finds Jalen. Jalen finds Ricochet sleeping over there. Ricochet misses the floater. Sucks. So Jalen Johnson is tied sixth in the NBA for rebounds per game at 10.6. So Jalen just coming in. I know he was about eighth in assists too. So Jalen doing an excellent job. He's averaging almost 9 assists a game, about 9.5. Onyeka steps into the three. Can't hit that. Dyson fighting for it. Can't come up with the board. So 2-0. Like I said, no Trey, no Porzingis. So Hawks missing two starters. Spurs are considerably healthy. So Atlanta basketball, they did a good job there, um, disrupting the Spurs defense. So let's go, man. Let's go. Nikhil off the mark. Ricochet in there to try to fight for the board, but doesn't come away with it. But Ricochet in the corner now for three. Ricochet knocks down the triple to start off Atlanta's scoring run. Blocked by Jalen. Let's go. I already know what's finna happen. Bang. On Yeka. Triple. Trey ball. On Yeka Okongwu knocks down his second attempt from three. So he's 1 for 2 in this early game. There we go. Poke the ball away from D Fox as D Fox try to get something going right there for San Antonio. Nikhil attacking. Finds Ricochet wide open on the wing. Ricochet repositions. Oh, that shot looked good though. His shot looks better. It definitely looks like he has more confidence on the jumper. I can't lie. So Spurs swinging it around. Vassell open for the three. He drills it over Nikhil. So Atlanta here early on in the first quarter, 2 of 5 from three. So no Wimby here in the starting lineup for San Antonio. That's a good look. Good. It's a little short as Dyson puts up the three. Can't get it to go. But Wimby coming off the bench for San Antonio, so he does not start. So Spurs collect the offensive rebound, swings to Vassell, and Vassell knocks down the triple. So 11-6. Atlanta really can't afford to fall behind early, even though they can fight back. Just doesn't help them. It just kind of honestly tires them out. So Jalen, a turnover there. Spurs trying to find something. Castle can't hit. Dyson corrals the rebounds. Excuse me, still 6-11. Excuse me. Oh man, Ricochet found Jalen on a good lob, but Jalen just can't finish it off. But looks like Devin Vassell fouled Jalen, so Jalen's going to the line for 2 shots. So Jalen knocks down the first one. Probably knocks down the second one. See, he does knock it down. So Jalen knocks down the second shot. Atlanta wasn't, I wouldn't say they're struggling from the free throw line, but they have had some games where they do leave a lot of points at the line, or some games have failed to get to the line a significant amount of times to affect the game. So Steph Castle draws the defense, kicks it to Luke Cornett for the bucket, 13-8. Dyson attacking, almost decided to put it up. Kicks it to Nikhil for the three, 13-11. So Steph Castle attacks, kicks it to Cornett again, and Cornett puts it in. I don't know. That's weird. It says my TikTok has ended. So well. So Steph Castle knocks down the three. So timeout Atlanta. Timeout Atlanta. Tough, tough, tough. So Atlanta fell behind here. So I'm gonna have to check out my check out the NBA app for the stats. So give me 1 second. Bear with me. But Atlanta, I wouldn't say they're off to a cold start, but just haven't got some shots to fall. Spurs have hitting some shots. Got to the offensive rebounds. Got second chance points. So that can't happen for Atlanta. Atlanta needs to nip that in the bud, especially without Wimby. They need to take advantage of when Wimby isn't out on the floor. So Atlanta down by 7 here, 18-11. So like I said, not too bad of a start, but Spurs just getting really anything they want. Vassell has what, three threes? Yeah, he's 3 of 5 from the three ball. Luke Cornett has 4. So everybody except Harrison Barnes has scored. So kind of a quiet shooting night. Zach's the only one, or really Zach, Onyeka, and Nikhil have each hit a shot, but Zach and Nikhil are both 1 from 3 from the field. So just look to see the offense stay aggressive and stay focused and stay locked in, and they'll be hitting shots in no time. It's Nikhil knocked down that corner three as they replay that on the broadcast. So Wimby's kind of limited. Um, Obviously, Atlanta doesn't have Trey. I wish he was. I wish it wasn't as serious of an injury as MCL. I think Trey probably was itching to play this game. I'm sure it was the medical staff telling him, "Hey, you gotta chill." I'm sure that was the case. So, but Atlanta has the Atlanta has the guys to fill in for Trey. I think. So Nikhil last night he had 28 on 11 of 18, 4 of 9 from the three. He looks like he's gonna be the first sub. So Krejci is in for Nikhil, and Dyson gets the floater right over Wimbenyama. So he says, I ain't worried about nothing. So 13-18, 5 minutes to go. 5:50 to be exact. So Jalen Garden Harrison. Now Wimby has the switch on Ricochet, and a foul is called. So immediately checks in and tries to get a mismatch here. But Ricochet says, hell nah, bro. It'll be interesting to see if Ricochet kind of plays any type of differently against Wimby. He's kind of been aggressive already. V's Kobe's are hard. He's got the skeleton toes. So you see Porzingis and Trey on the end of the bench chopping it up. So it's 18-13. Wimby knocks down the second of two. So that's a bucket. Jalen gets the bucket. So Dylan Harper in as well with Wimby for the Spurs. So they got their young guys in out there with Harrison Barnes and Devin Vassell. A little over 5 minutes for real to go. Vassell hooping, man. He got 11 points. Put that in right over Ricochet. So seems to be a lot of team strategy to put their center on Dyson Daniels. As a lot of teams want to challenge Dyson to shoot the ball. So Dyson attacks Steph Castle there and gets a bucket. So 17-21. As Dyson last night, he had 14, 3 and 6, and one steal. So Moge, good job playing defense straight up against Wimby. He just 7-4 alien, man. 23-17 as Atlanta gets into their offensive possession. Ricochet try to get it up over Wimby. That's hilarious. So I'm sure they've been French national teammates at some point. We got to travel here. Dylan Harper jumps, but Veet said, hold on now. So Veet with a nice closeout forces Dylan Harper to turn the ball over. All right, so Nikhil is back in the game. So we got good pass. So Nikhil finds Jalen for the lob. Good stuff. So we got the lineup of E. Krejci and Luke Kennard in, which, isn't my favorite. Isn't a lot of Hawks fans' favorite either. So Vassell finds Castle in the corner for a bucket. So Spurs knock down the three. It's 25-19 to kill, trying to get active. Finds Mo Gay in the corner. Mo Gay almost hits the three over Wimby, but can't get it to go. So Hawks trail by 6 points. Got 3:30 left in the first quarter. Mo Gay matched up against Victor Wembanyama. Oh my goodness, bro. They just throw it up there. That is crazy. So 27-19. Wimby gets the and one opportunity. He's going to the line here. It's 27-19, man. Like I said, Hawks can't afford to find themselves in a hole early on and try to fight back later in the game. Because, I think they have the capability to do it, but oh, so they're saying it's on the floor, so no free throws for Wimby actually. But we got Steph Castle going to the line as it looks like V. Krejci may have, yeah, got a little overly aggressive there on Steph Castle's attempt. So Steph going to the line for the and one opportunity. It's 27-19. So Atlanta trying to find something, but Spurs defense is just cutthroat. So Nikhil misses the three. San Antonio flocks to the rebound. Atlanta down by 9. About 2:30 to go left in the first quarter. V. Krejci just gets attacked by Dylan Harper, and Dylan Harper gets the bucket. Onyeka can't seem to keep control of the handle, and Steph Castle just gets it to go. So Atlanta down. What are we doing? So smoke the oop. It's Keldon Johnson. They got a little too fancy. It's 32-19. So can either go Atlanta comes back here, or it can go Spurs are gonna go up by 20. And the way it's going, I'm guessing the Spurs are gonna go up by 20. So no foul there as Wimby drives and hits the ground. Krejci lines up the three. Misses pretty badly. So 32-19 vibes, I would say, are pretty low here. 32-19 in the opening quarter. You got a minute and a little under a minute and a half to go. Steph Castle works his way to the paint against Kennard. Can't get it to go. Nikhil trying to get something. No shots. Doesn't really make sense there, but Nikhil gets draws the foul. Just not saying he I don't know, man. Jalen seems to be dealing with that right calf injury. Um, he has it wrapped up there over there on the sideline. So hopefully it's not serious, man. Hopefully it's just something that's been bothering him here and there, but because that'll be tough. I mean, we all know what comes with the calf injuries. So I don't even want to speak it into existence. I just want it to be all right. So early on in the first quarter, it's been a slow start for Atlanta. Atlanta can't seem to they can't seem to buy a bucket, man. Keep going on these scoring droughts. Spurs were just on like an 11-3 run. All right, man. So no, I meant to pull up the stats. I'm tripping. That back tap on the iPhone, crazy. So slow night continues for Atlanta. Nobody can really buy a bucket. Nikhil 1 for 4. Jalen's 2 for 5. It's tough. San Antonio's defense is for real. Um, Obviously having Wimby helps, but Wimby already has a steal. He's already affected some shots on defense, and luckily he hasn't scored too much. He only has 3 points in the early 5 minutes he's played. But still, man, Devin Vassell has been keeping the Spurs alive with 11 points. Steph Castle's got to his shots 10 points. He is 4 of 6. They were actually both 4 of 6. So Atlanta has to do a better job guarding those two specifically, and just having a better rhythm on offense for the rest of the quarters, because that's gonna be really a big factor. Is if they go through scoring droughts, it's gonna be a really really tough game to win. So Atlanta needs to score consistently and get some stops in between it here and there. So this season, Nikhil has averaged 20 points. That's a career high for Nikhil. Um, it's actually pretty funny, man. He comes from Minnesota and just starts going off. So Moge is getting a lot of PT here early on. He misses his second three. It's good to see though. Moge definitely offers a lot of different looks for the Hawks. Um, Definitely is the most like impactful stats wise, but he's very active on both ends of the floor. He can come away with a highlight on either end. So I think he's a good player the Hawks have, right there. I mean, he's not the strongest rebounder, but having a 6'10" athletic guy out there is gonna help rebounding the ball. So Atlanta's drought continues. They cannot buy a bucket as Onyeka misses his three ball. So 13 points here. 13 points. Well, it is 13 points. It was 13 seconds as well. Oh my god. So Nikhil just getting a little anxious there. Man, it's tough. So Atlanta finds themselves down by 13. First quarter has not quite been as friendly. I mean, Atlanta always has a slow quarter. Hopefully, it doesn't roll over to the second quarter and the second half. So, as the first quarter is done and complete, we'll go through the stats. Obviously, haven't changed too much. Jalen 6 points, Zach 3, Onyeka 3, Dyson 4, Nikhil 3. Bench is empty, which is surprising. The bench for Atlanta definitely started the season off strong. I thought we were gonna have a consistent and solid bench, but shooting has disappeared from V Krejci some games. Some games he'll find his shot, which is positive to see. But some games there are where he's just struggling out there shooting, and obviously he's not going to be the strongest defender. And sometimes I believe Coach Quinn kind of sets up him and Luke. I just don't think Coach Quinn utilizes these guys. I think they're I get overplayed isn't like the right word I'm looking for, but just the role. I think coming into the off this season, like during the off season, after everybody got acquired and whatnot, I think after hearing Coach Quinn talk, the plan was to have Luke and V kind of step in when Trey is off the floor, and obviously with the Trey injury, that was not foreseen. So nobody could have predicted them playing this much, trying to facilitate and be playmakers. But kind of worked early on in the season. But I think teams have caught on to what they're capable of. So when they enter the game, it's real easy. And at times they seem really predictable. So it's really hard for them to get their offense off. And on defense, obviously they're not going to be the two strongest defenders out there for Atlanta. But I think Coach Quinn tries to pair Dyson or Nikhil with one of them. Early on, it was Keaton, Krejci, and Kennard, which I know I wasn't the only one, but I wasn't a big fan of. So Onyeka gets the hook off, can't get it to go, but Nikhil is there to follow it up. So second quarter starts off a little more positive for Atlanta. So Nikhil going to the line to finish this and one opportunity off. We'll just say that was a pass by Onyeka. But Asa Newell is getting some playing time as he checks in for the first time. De'Aaron Fox is back in for the Spurs. Ricochet's back in for the Hawks. Hey, I'm glad D Fox is over there in San Antonio, man. They really killed those Trey Young to the Spurs rumors, whatever you want to call them. I called it BS, but So my stream is tweaking a little bit. So Atlanta playing a somewhat better defense as Kennard is on Champagny. Asa Newell's guarding Keldon Johnson. He does a good job of staying straight up. Keldon Johnson just gets the shot up over him. So Asa Newell is bringing the ball up to start the offensive possession.
So Ricochet. Oh, Asa just wasn't ready for the pass, man. It was a good drive by Ricochet. Asa just kind of bobbled the catch there. Wasn't quite ready for it. Oh man. So Nikhil smokes the layup. Unfortunate stuff. It was a good look. He got to the bucket pretty clean. And Dylan Harper finishes the layup on the other end. So tough stuff for Atlanta. Tough going still. So Jalen unwrapping that calf that's wrapped up. Nikhil going to the line. It's 21-38. Nikhil's been a bright spot for Atlanta this season as that free throw rolls in and out. But yeah, like I said, Nikhil's been really good this season. Obviously, probably one of the best off season um, signings this year around the league. So Atlanta may be coming home at the end of the year with some hardware with the executive of the year, and then I think most improved is coming to Atlanta. Oh man, that was crazy. They really got Dylan Harper going downhill. That was a crazy play. So these passes to Aso just haven't found the mark, unfortunately. Just bobbled it a little on the catch. Good stuff from Ricochet to poke the ball free. I don't like that camera angle. Don't really like this one either. Don't really see why I zoomed in. So Nikhil from the corner does a good job at standing his ground after that shot, drawing a foul from Luke Cornett. So Atlanta flirting with another 20-point deficit. So they're down by 18 with 9:59 remaining here in the second quarter. So, like I said, we got a foul here on Luke Cornett. I see fouls Nikhil. So Nikhil at the line for three is 24-40 as he has knocked down two. Shooting his third attempt here. He is 3 of 5 at the line. Knocks down the third one, so goes perfect from that trip. So Nikhil got the rebound, but Spurs poke it away. 43-25. Nikhil finds Jalen. Jalen finds Asa. Asa powers it home over Keldon Johnson. So 27-43. Atlanta's down by 16. They're trying to chip away. Champagny misses that. Jalen comes up with it, fighting Keldon Johnson. Jalen drives against De'Aaron Fox and draws the foul. So he can get to 14. Trying to get Atlanta back in the game. So Wimby and Castle set to check back in. 8:57 in the second quarter. Jalen. So on double watch, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So Dyson checks in for Nikhil. At 8:57 left here to go. Atlanta finds himself in a bonus now the rest of the game. I wish they were in the bonus the rest of the game. But in the bonus for the rest of the second quarter, we got 8:57. So the rest of this time, anytime they get they shooting for. So I want to see Atlanta take advantage of that. So Ricochet grabs the board. Dylan Harper trying to pester him. Damn. Wimby is just it's crazy. So Luke Kennard gets posted up, and it's a bucket. So tough for. Oh man. So unfortunate stuff. They just haven't been able to, build this comeback. It is kind of been stalled out every time they try to get something going. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? So Wemby has a chance to put his squad up by 19. Yeah, Jalen was got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there as Wemby just goes right up as soon as he catches. What are you gonna do, man? It's Wembenyama. So Wembenyama knocks down that 3-point play. It's 48-29. 8 minutes exactly left. Asa, brother, he's just not having a great game. I understand brother might be a little nervous, It's just not going his way right now. So hopefully he can turn it around. Usually this is probably his first maybe. Oh man. So Jalen playing aggressive and Wimbenyama taking advantage of that. So Jalen picks up another foul. Onyeka will be checking in. San Antonio has scored 10 points compared to Atlanta's 5 off turnovers this game. So Wimbenyama clearly affecting the game here early on. So Asa New is the one who checks out. So Onyeka comes in for Asa as Wimby knocks down the turnaround jumper. So Onyeka gets the little hook shot to go. Ricochet fights for it. Doesn't exactly come up with it. And Dyson puts away the cleanup. And another time, Wimby gets fouled. So I expect the Spurs to be shooting some free throws here shortly. So we got Onyeka on a push in the back. So Atlanta has turned the ball over a total of 10 times. So San Antonio hasn't exactly taken advantage off each turnover, but hey, you gotta, you just gotta do better, man. You gotta do better. That's all it is. San Antonio just out here kind of dominating Atlanta right now. Obviously with Wimby, it's gonna be kind of easier, but Atlanta just had a slow start in that first quarter. Um, I mean, shit. The bench has 2 points, bro. Asa Newell is the only Hawk to score off the bench. Mogay scoreless, V scoreless, Luke scoreless, and Luke has the most minutes. Asa Newell has 4 minutes, and he has 2 buckets. Even though he has a couple turnovers, hasn't been playing the smoothest. Um, Still, I mean, I honestly I don't really buy into plus minus too much. Like I don't look at it and say, oh, that plus minus is terrible. They're trash. But I mean, everybody has a negative. Obviously, you're getting blown out, but it's tough. It's tough, man. So yeah, man. I see everybody killing everybody. Hawks fans are in shambles right now, dog. They don't know who to blame. Oh my god, bro. We don't know who to blame. It's so tragic out here, bro. Oh my god, it is crazy work, bro. It is actually madness if you're a Hawks fan. Everybody wants to blame Trey. Everybody wants to blame Quinn. Everybody wants to blame. I've usually only seen it's either Trey's fault or it's either Quinn's fault. I've seen some people blame Zach. I've seen some people blame Jalen not being able to hold his own on defense. So players averaging 20 and 10 this season. Jalen is in the company of three. Um, Nicola, Carl, and Jalen. Jalen sitting at 23 and 10 this season. So shout out to Jalen. He's really been hooping, really been going off, doing his thing. So hopefully Atlanta can turn it around here in the rest of the second quarter, and we can get this game back to a competitive standpoint, and we can have something going on. So it's 50-31. Wimby's against Onyeka. Onyeka tried his best. He's 7'4", dog. I mean, what are you gonna do sometimes? So Jalen finds the corner. Luke Kennard puts up the three, and he gives Atlanta their first bucket in a while, or what seems like a while. So, oh yeah, good job on Yucca as he plays active defense. Good stuff as Dyson trailing aggressively catches the pass from Onyeka and just finishes over the top of San Antonio's defense. So 6 minutes to go in this second quarter. Luke Kennard, what are we doing? So Lindsey Waters just left wide open in the corner. So Dyson trying to attack Wimbenyama, but Wimbenyama does a great job at staying completely vertical. So it's 22. Deficit is 22. Jalen knocks down a three. That's ooh Lord, if that didn't go in, oh man, I was gonna say it's about to be a night. Going back to people blaming who's the blame game. Back to the blame game. Oh my God. Harrison Barnes misses a three pretty bad, and Atlanta still can't come away with the rebound. Krejci can't come up with it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Okay. Wimby misses a three. So Atlanta down by 19. Fuck. So Jalen or Dyson lost a dribble and it goes off Jalen's shin. So 19, bro. 4:19 left in the second quarter. I'm not gonna go on a rant and call somebody trash, all that stuff, but I just don't think the Luke Kennard experiment has gone quite how Atlanta's front office expected. He hasn't been able to necessarily contribute in the ways a lot of Hawks fans, a lot of these Hawks fans expect him to. Um, and maybe that's because Hawks have planned to utilize Luke with Trey. Maybe some of those times give Trey a second shooter out there. So, but even then, that lineup with Trey and Luke is going to be a little questionable on defense. You in my opinion, you can't have two players out there who have defensive troubles. So they're both undersized. It's not saying um, they're both undersized. I think Trey probably plays better defense than Luke, but hey, oh well. So tough going for Atlanta as they find themselves down again by another big margin to the Spurs. It's 41-60. Atlanta finds themselves down 19. So Jalen leading the way offensively. He has 13 points, but he is the only active Hawk I would say other than Dyson. Um, he's the only Hawk that's found his shot. So Hawks down 19 here with a couple minutes to go in the first half. It has not been pretty. Luke and Asa are the only ones to score off the bench for Atlanta, 5 points. So bench units, obviously, Spurs are definitely holding it down. They have 28 points off the bench, so 28-5 off bench points. Obviously, is going to be affected because Wimby is coming off the bench. So Wimby has 12, Devin Vassell has 11, Steph Castle has 10. So Spurs not having a problem getting to their spots and getting a shot up and knocking it down. Um, Almost everybody, actually everybody who has checked in for San Antonio has scored. So definitely opposites. So Hawks cannot find a basket, and Spurs are just hitting everything they put up at the moment, which was a theme last game against Charlotte, and it seems to be a theme this game against San Antonio. And a lot of people are, you know, I wouldn't say, I guess, misinformed, but Atlanta has done a good job this year at, making it difficult for the opposition to hit threes. Other than I think a handful of games this year, um, the opposition has kind of struggled to hit threes. I think they were sitting around, maybe the low 30s in a 3-point percentage allowed, but that definitely changed last game as Charlotte shot lights out from three. They were shooting like 60% at halftime and finished the game around like 49%. So Charlotte did their thing. It's kind of tough to it's kind of tough to watch. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was tough to watch. It was a tough watch. So Atlanta looking to do something. So 61-41. Both teams in the bonus here the last 3 minutes. Wimby, no good on both attempts. So too strong on either one. As Dyson draws the foul on the drive to the rim. So we'll have free throws here for Atlanta. Dyson's finna go to the line. So next game for Atlanta will be at 3 o'clock against the Bulls. Hawks take on the Bulls. They are on a 5-game homestand. So the next 5 games, they will be at home. So the graphic here has shown the first 28 games for Dyson. First 8, he averaged 13 or 8, excuse me. Now he's averaging 13. So hopefully Dyson can continue his good play offensively. So excuse me, I'm getting this getting these tags right on YouTube, but 60-42 as Dyson knocks down one free throw. So it makes it an 18-point game. Wimby getting fancy. Vassell, oh my God, Wimby's a cheat code. Swing, swing. Spurs can't get it to go. Jalen makes sure he grabs the rebound. Gets fancy right back on him. Onyeka can't hit the three. What are you gonna do about that? So Wimby flies through the paint and throws it down. 62-42. V finding Nikhil. Nikhil swings it at Dyson. Dyson finds Jalen in the corner. Jalen trying to find something, but the handle is lost. So 20-point deficit. Wimby on the break. That's a charge. So man, it's been a tough night. Back to back nights, man. It's been tough. So Atlanta, like I said, they can't find themselves down early. And what do? They found themselves down early. So 62-42. Transition defense is just not there tonight. Jalen finds Nikhil on the wing. Nikhil can't get it to go. Rebound to San Antonio. So Dylan Harper finds Vassell. Vassell gets into the mid range. Luke Cornett, yeah, yeah, hey man. What can you say? So Nikhil trying, he is fighting, man. He is fighting to keep Atlanta alive here. 66-42. It's tough. Tough going here for Atlanta. So a minute 26 to go. I mean, it's gonna be another night off Twitter for a while. Goddamn, bro. 66-43. They're down by 23. What has happened? So I think a big thing here recently for Atlanta, they've been kind of punched in the mouth, and that's I just don't think the role players are playing as well. I think, like I said, rotations can be the cause of it. That's an offensive foul. So like I said, rotations can be a cause of it. Um, just the normal ebbs and flows of a season can be the cause of it. I don't think a player is gonna be shooting lights out the whole year. But you would like to see a little bit more consistency from some of the guys, some of the role players Atlanta has. Um, it kind of feels like once this team was like, "Hey, we're playing through Jalen." A lot of the guys kind of relaxed, because kind of before Jalen kind of had like really had risen up to be the number one when Trey was out. Um, I think I think a lot of guys were flying around the court trying to be impactful in any way they could. But once they seen what Jalen can do, I think I think some of the guys really took their foot off the gas. Honestly, um, and you can kind of tell which ones didn't. So I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna paint anybody as lacking effort, but from these past results, man, something has got to give. 68-44. God damn. That is something, bro. That's tough. That is tough, dog. That is tough. I can't even lie, bro. I can't even lie. I don't even know what I'm watching. This isn't the Hawk. This is not the Hawks that I have come to know for this 2025-2026 season. I just don't believe it. I refuse to believe this is the Atlanta team I saw these past couple weeks. I don't believe it. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. Onyeka unfortunately just hasn't been able to hit that three ball that he's was kind of consecutively hitting, consistently hitting. Um, Jalen's doing his thing, 13, 7, and 4. Ricochet is 1 for 4 from the field. Um, Dyson, trying to do something, 4 of 8 from the field. He has 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Um, yeah, it's not helping that the Spurs are, hitting everything. Wemby has 14 off the bench. Steph Castle has 10. Like I said, it's definitely not helping that the Spurs are um, seemingly not missing a beat. And I mean, it makes sense. Atlanta coming off the second night of a back to back. They played Charlotte. They had to travel to Charlotte and then travel back yesterday. So not too much rest for Atlanta, but hey, it's the NBA. It happens. They just had almost like 10 days off, um, with the game in between then. So the Spurs shooting 50. Shit, I can't talk. 54%, 29 of 53 from the field, while Atlanta is only shooting 33%. So that's gonna be definitely a factor. Only 14 of 42, so they've only they've almost missed 30 shots. Um, they've missed about the same amount as San Antonio has made. So tough going for Atlanta offensively. They're not able to get a lot of shots either. San Antonio's defense, top defense in the league. Obviously, with Wemby in there, it's gonna be super difficult. But when you shoot 22% from three, your night's not gonna go well. So Atlanta's shooting 5 of 22 to total of 22% from three percentage. It's just not good, man. It's not good. Atlanta was the number one team coming into this game in assists per game. They're getting out assisted 20-10. They only have 10 assists. So, like I said, offense is struggling. San Antonio is definitely making it difficult for Atlanta, but we'll see how it goes. Um, Fast break points 13-9. So Atlanta not doing well there. Like I said, transition defense is in the mud. It seems. San Antonio just getting out on the break, really whenever they want. They're really dictating the pace of this game. They're winning the rebounding total, rebounding battle, I should say. Um, which is to be expected. They have two 7 footers over there, Luke Cornett and Wimby. Um, Obviously that's gonna be a thing. But surprisingly, Atlanta only has two less rebounds than San Antonio offensively. So San Antonio is sitting at 7, Atlanta has 5, and they're getting out rebounded by 7 on the defensive end. So San Antonio has 24, Atlanta has 17. So it's not too bad. Just need to keep San Antonio off the glass because those easy buckets are killing Atlanta. So um, look at the turnover battle real quick. So Atlanta has 12 turnovers compared to San Antonio's 8. And San Antonio has done a good job at getting out on the break and converting those. They have scored 16 points off Atlanta's turnovers, and Atlanta only has 7 points off San Antonio's turnovers. So there's definitely a couple things Atlanta can do to kind of right this wrong here. This first half was ugly as hell, man. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. It is ugly. But hey, man, Atlanta has 5 games to redeem themselves in front of the home crowd. Um, the next 5 games will be played at home. As I'm gonna check out their schedule real quick. So the next five are going to be against. I know the next one against is against the Bulls on Sunday. So it might be an easier road ahead, hopefully. So Chicago, okay, so Chicago, as they play Sunday, and then they'll play what Tuesday, and then they play the Heat, and then the New York Knicks on the 27th, and then they travel to OKC, and they'll be back for Minnesota. So this week isn't the easiest. Chicago might be looking like the easiest matchup, but you never know with this Atlanta team. They just got they came back against Charlotte, so I'm not going to say they got smacked. Charlotte did have an amazing shooting night, so you got to give credit where credit is due. They just hit shots, so it's not like Atlanta played, god awful. They did play bad, but Charlotte did a really good job at hitting the shots that they were supposed to hit. So you can't really take much away from Charlotte having a good night. But you could two things can be true. Atlanta played lower than their standards, and Charlotte played above expectations. So I think that's gonna be. It doesn't happen frequently in the NBA, but it happens. Look at OKC; they lost to the Trailblazers. And would you say the Trailblazers are an outstanding team? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I don't believe. And if you say that, you just trying to argue, and I'm not trying to hear none of that. I ain't trying to argue. Let me see though. I'm gonna make sure I ain't tripping. Watch. They're gonna be like, oh, they're actually the 10 seed, so 11 and 16. They are definitely more competitive than Charlotte. But hey, is 9 and 18, so they're only 2 wins behind. So yeah, like I said, man, there are gonna be nights in the NBA where a team plays above expectations, and the team that's coming in that's supposed to win is playing below their standard. So it's definitely not a. I know a lot of Hawks fans hit the panic button after those kind of losses, but it is what it is, man. Unless the team is like just ultra dominant and in a rhythm, in a flow state. I think those games are, you know, I think they happen more often than people realize. They just don't really pay attention because it's not their favorite team losing to the worst teams in the league. Atlanta has taken some tough L's recently though. But that's an Atlanta thing, dog. To be honest, like that's just an Atlanta thing. The Falcons lose to they lost to the Panthers this year twice. They got swept by the Panthers, dog. I know the Panthers are the NFC South leaders, yada yada yada, whatever, bro. They lost to the Panthers twice, bro. Like, come on. Atlanta lost to the 2-win Wizards. It happens to the Braves all the time. Literally, if you're an Atlanta sports fan, just prepare to be let down when you expect to win. As soon as you expect to win, just expect to be watching a loss. If you or any type of an Atlanta fan, so I've learned through my fan history to not expect nothing and just enjoy the moment. Yeah, that's what I've learned being a Hawks fan, man. Just enjoy the moment, bro. Just enjoy the moment, dog. Don't worry about where we're gonna be in 3 months. Cause we were about 2 weeks ago, we were just enjoying like a 5, 6 game win streak, and now we are about to be on what a 3 game slide. So just enjoy the moment. Trey Young is back. We have something to look forward to Sunday if this game doesn't turn itself around. So Hawks down by 24. Really just struggling. Spurs defense is just something else, man. They're on one right now. So they're rolling, they're clicking, whatever term you want to use. Spurs defense is playing really well. They're causing Atlanta to turn the ball over, and they're converting on them turnovers. So hopefully Atlanta gets it together. But we need this game to be competitive. I don't think Atlanta needs to win, but shit, another little make it competitive for the home crowd. Don't send everybody home like just in the mud. I think I think you need to turn up for the crowd. Send them home. Give the kids something to talk about. Say, oh yeah, I saw Wemby and the Spurs almost lost. So make something out of this game. They did it to Charlotte, but I mean that's Charlotte. So they obviously can't wait till the fourth quarter to kind of turn it around. That's kind of what they did in Charlotte. Midway through the third quarter, that's really when they started to like turn it on. So we got the end of halftime coming up. Let me get right real quick. So I'll be right back. I'm not going nowhere, y'all. I'm just gonna be a little bit off the camera. So I'll be right here, y'all. Just give me 1 second. All right, man. How's everybody Friday going? Everybody ready for Christmas? Everybody got their Christmas shopping done? I'm about to knock mine out tomorrow and get some gifts. Do all that good stuff. So tough start for Atlanta this first half. They find themselves down by a large amount. So second half action is underway. Dyson tees it up. It's no good. Ricochet gets the board. Kick finds Nikhil. Nikhil attacks. And that's a bucket and one. So Nikhil gets it to go. So excuse me, y'all. I'm about to share this link. Somebody get this link sent off in the Discord real quick. So turnover, San Antonio. So Nikhil tries to look off on Yeka. On Yeka trying to get it over Luke. Finds Ricochet on the wing. Ricochet attacks. Nice reverse by Ricochet. Ricochet gets it up over. Um, so we got a foul here. Somebody. So Atlanta comes into this game 15-13. They just took an L to Charlotte. So Ricochet bodies Vassell. Ricochet needs to do more of that. Honestly, he can take it. He can take his defender one on one more. So Atlanta down by 19 after that Ricochet bucket, but Cornette is going to the line as he knocks down the free throw to put San Antonio up by 20 again. So Cornette has 7 points, 9 rebounds, 10:50 to go here in this third quarter. Knocks down the second of two. So Atlanta trails 70-49. So Jalen operating here. Tries to find Onyeka in the corner, but Harrison Barnes is there to disrupt the pass. Ricochet tries to close out on De'Aaron Fox. Does a good job there. De'Aaron misses the three. Hawks go the other way. Onyeka tees it up, can't get it to go. 49-70. So Hawks missing Onyeka's three ball, obviously, as he can't quite find the rhythm. So Vassell is guarded by Dyson, having trouble to get the shot up there, as his rhythm seems to be affected by Dyson. So Jalen, that should be an N1 opportunity if you ask me. So Jalen Johnson coming out aggressive. Hawks down by 19. So they've seemed to come back with a little fight. San Antonio seems to be a little flustered there. But let's see if Atlanta can continue this. See if they can play um, a little more aggressively than San Antonio here in the next couple minutes. Go on a couple runs. Obviously, I don't think San Antonio is going to get fried, but so let's check out this. Let's check out the stats real quick. See how the Hawks are doing in this second half as they take on the Spurs. Appreciate everybody tapped in, whether you're on X, Twitch, YouTube. I think we got kicked off of TikTok. I think they shut down my live on TikTok for some reason. So don't know why I keep going to the standings. Tripping. So speaking of meltdowns, what's happening in Cleveland? So Cleveland was supposed to be a powerhouse. They are struggling right now. But let me focus on my team struggles. So Atlanta down by 18, 19, 51-70. Probably a little bit behind. Nope, I'm actually not behind. Shout out to my stream, man. We are live. Oh man, so Ricochet 5 on Yeka 3 hasn't found his shot. On Yeka is 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. So Yeka kind of struggling right now. He has 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. So he's contributing in areas at least in the game. So Dyson is at 9 points, still 4 of 9 from the field. He missed his 3-point shot, so he's 0 of 3 from three. I know a lot of fans are a little worried about Dyson's offensive production. I think that shot will come to him. I don't think he has a terribly ugly looking jumper. Obviously, there are areas of his game that can improve. Shooting is one of them. But I think Dyson does a pretty good job elsewhere on the floor to contribute, whether that be on defense or facilitating. So we'll see, man. We'll see. The bench, though, it's just sad. 5 points, and 2 of them coming from Asa, 3 from Luke. Oh, man, this is not a great one for Atlanta. So bench unit struggling. Obviously, San Antonio's bench unit is going to look different. They got Wemby coming off the bench, so it's going to look a little different. So Atlanta down by 19 as D Fox puts them up by 21. Onyeka attacking Steph Castle. There we go. That's the Onyeka we're used to. So he gets the spinning hook shot to go over Steph Castle. It's 53-72. Vassell's 3, no good. Ricochet tries to get the rebound, but it's poked away, but Hawks come away with it. Dyson's little floater, no good, but Hawks try to fight for it, can't come up with it. Spurs on the break. Steph Castle just too easy. He attacks the rim and comes away with an easy lay. So 74-53 as Atlanta's struggles continue. Nikhil for 3. Nikhil knocks down the 3. It's 56-74. Steph Castle got 12 points, but Nikhil had 17. So Nikhil got to start tonight. 17 points, 4 of 11. 4 of 11 from the field. Kickball, so it's gonna stay here. San Antonio is out of bounds. So Wemby's checking in for the Spurs. It's an 18-point game. Atlanta just needs to chip away. They're obviously not going to get it back in one swing. It's rare to go on an 18-0 run, and especially against a team with Victor Wembanyama on the other end. I just don't see it happening, but anything is possible. So Harrison Barnes is going to the line here with 8:29 left to go in the third quarter. So Atlanta's struggling. Like I said, they've been struggling since the first quarter. It's been tough. No Trae Young, no Kristaps. So Atlanta missing 2 of their main guys. Although Kristaps came off the bench these last couple games, he was available for Atlanta. He did play behind Porzingis. He did play behind Onyeka. So that's definitely going to be an interesting thing to kind of follow when Porzingis is back healthy and available for the Hawks. See who gets that starting spot. So Nikhil, great spinning layup. 58-76. So Atlanta is seemingly trying to find a rhythm, but every time they do, San Antonio comes right back and smacks an easy shot. So Dyson thought about it, but so Jalen tried to draw a foul, didn't really work. And Zach couldn't really step up there on the transition end, and Devin Vassell walks away with the easy bucket. So Spurs just getting anything and everything, whether it's in transition, half court. Come on, Zach. So Ricochet buries that triple. So 20 point deficit. Good stuff by Zach. making it a little more difficult for. Oh, shoot that mug. So Onyeka right over Wimbenyama. So with the Ricochet assist there, Onyeka gets his bucket to go. 63-81. Atlanta is trailing. Swing, swing. Atlanta's defense is in dysfunction right now. It also helps that the Spurs have weapons at probably every position. They have somebody out there who can attack and get a shot off, and whether it get to the bucket or knock the three down. Dyson gets the three up, can't get it to go. Wimbenyama gets the board and he pushes the pace. But yeah, Atlanta's defense just struggling, whether it's in transition, half court, just been in constant miscommunication. Spurs getting whatever shot they like. It has just been a wreck defensively for Atlanta. Offensively, they've seemingly tried to stay in it. Hasn't been the best results, but defense is definitely the weak point this game. Atlanta finds himself down by 21. Steph Castle misses the first of two. So Asa Newell checking in for Atlanta here. Y'all. It's tough. I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Y'all think I don't even want to say it. It's 63-84, man. It's 63-84. That's tough. Be an interesting dialogue after this one. Just gonna stay off the internet until Sunday, really. So goaltend here, either a foul or a goaltend. Nah, it'll be a foul, I believe, or out of bounds. Excuse me. So when we just swats it out of bounds. So Reed Krejci is in the game for Nikhil. Ricochet gets the ball top of the 3-point line. It's 5 seconds to go. Just got to put it up. And Wimby just asserting his dominance, finds Devin Vassell. Ricochet comes away with it. Come on, Dyson. Dyson just misses a three. Y'all, it's getting ugly. 26 points. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what y'all want me to say. This is actually not great, man. Not great. Bench unit still suck at 5 points. Nobody out there can give us a bucket. Other than Zach is playing better. Um, Jalen's playing, Jalen. Jalen's game, he's playing his game 15, 8, and 6. On Yeka, kind of struggling, 3 of 10. Dyson, 4 of 13. Nikhil, 5 of 13. Although he has 19 points, he is 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 2 of 8 from 3. So Nikhil having an alright game, 19 points. I would say he's having a good game. So don't let me downplay Nikhil's effort. He has 19 points. Him and Jalen are the only Hawks in double digits. So missing Trey Young again. So Hawks were trying to cut into the Spurs lead, got it to 18, and then Hawks have fell to a Spurs 8-0 run. So tough sledding here for Atlanta. It's been tough. Oh brother, Jacquees. Ugh. So V finally gets a bucket, pushes the bench total to 7. So shout out to V trying to get something going. Keldon Johnson misses that layup. Jalen corrals it. V misses the runner. Excuse me, Wimbenyama able to save it. Excuse me. Good job by Asa just not giving that bucket up to Wimby there. So 89 to 65, 24-point deficit. It's tough. It's tough. Wimby knocks down that free throw is at 25. 90 to 65. Atlanta getting thrashed right now. 20 points from Wimby, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Good stuff from Wimby-Yama. RIP Wimby's granny. So that's always sad.